is going on, everybody? Thanks for checking out this video. If you didn't tell by the description, today I'm going to be trying to make some soft plastics for the very first time ever. And I thought from start to finish, I'd film a little video and let you guys walk through the process with me. If it's something, I know this is a little something that's not quite what my channel was designed to be, but I thought it might be something cool. So I got a lot of this stuff for Christmas, if you guys watched my other video, and it's just been really, really cold outside. Today is the first day of a weekend that actually went above 60. It's hitting 61 today here in New Jersey. So I really have to do this bait making outside. So that's where I've been waiting for the weather to get a little bit warmer. I did purchase a griddle. Actually, it was given to me. And one of the reasons why is because I thought when it was colder outside, I could still try to do this. And when it's a little bit colder, you want to get your molds warm, because if your molds are too cold, when you inject the plastisol, it'll get too harden too quick. It'll harden too quick. So, but since it is so warm today, I set the molds in the sun for like 10 minutes and I felt them and they were plenty warm. So I'm not going to have to use this today. It's nice outside. We're just going to start. I think we're going to get into it. I'm in my outside shed. Everything's set up outside, so it's going to be nice and ventilated. I'm not going to be doing any of the cooking of the plastic inside here. It's all going to be outside on the table. So with that said, let's go out, and I want to first show you guys something that I have to do a little setup on and clean up on, and let's check that out real quick. All right, so what I have sort of my little bit of first setup here, and I just opened my vacuum chamber and pump for the first time, so I need to get that set up. I'm gonna have to read through the manual and figure out exactly how to do it. I'm somewhat aware. I've watched some videos, but I want to get that set up, make sure like some of this stuff is just extra. It doesn't need to be installed. But the lid, it came pre-oiled, and the lid was very loose, and the entire pump is covered in oil. So I got to get that cleaned off. Thankfully, they did send some oil with it, so I can check and see if it needs a little bit. So I'm gonna get that cleaned off, get that set up, get the microwave is set up a couple more things, and then we'll come back and I will show you guys everything I have, and we'll get started on trying this out. All right, so I got it cleaned up pretty decently. Got it filled with oil. There's a nice little checker here in the front. Shows you not too high, not too low. I'm actually a little unlevel. If I level that out, it's in good shape. Tested it out, ran it. It's nice and quiet. So let me kind of walk you through some of this stuff here. Also, yeah, I know I got a shadow here. It's going to be kind of weird, but like I said, we're outside. Having some issues with the neighbor's dog barking also, so we'll see how things go. So I have two different types of plastisol. This was, I got this to just, it was going to be like the first time I tried it. So it's going to be sort of like my initial test with this, but I went ahead and picked up a gallon of the Dead On Plastics. I heard this is a good brand, saw some videos about it, so thought I would check that out. And this here's some heat stabilizer. You add a little bit of this to your mixture so that it doesn't burn. And since this is going to be my very first time using this microwave, at some point I will probably got some paper, make some notes here today. I will know how to work this microwave, but I don't want to take the chance and burn my plastic today, so I'm going to be using some of that heat stabilizer. In here I have some salt, so we're going to use some of that because I'm going to be making some Cincos. Obviously, microwavable measuring cup, some measuring spoons. I got a little thing there I dropped, and then I'll show you some of this stuff here. Right, so we've got some different colorants, and everything I got from Do It Baits. Also my molds, except for the plasticide here, I think and the heat stabilizer. There's a bunch of companies out there. I just googled a lot, but got a bunch of stuff from them. So we got a bunch of different colors here, and we're gonna check them out. I might just start really simple on my first batch here. We've got some glitter, and I pretty much just got all the same size glitter. There's thousands of colors and 6 or 7 different sizes of flakes. So I kind of just went with all the same size here just to kind of get a feel for it, but a lot of cool colors gold, silver, bronze, red, white, and black. Alright, so I think those are pretty good essential colors. Obviously in here I've got a nice pair of heat resistant gloves because I'm not going to be messing around and spilling any of this plastisol when it's 350 degrees on myself. I already got oil spilt on myself the other day while I was frying some potatoes, french fries. Got my thermometer to check the temperature of that. I might eventually get like a digital one that I can read, but for now that one will work. And that's pretty much it. I did grab some of this stuff that you can once I bag the stuff up at the end, maybe throw some of that on there. We'll see. And that is pretty much it besides the injectors and the molds. Let me grab them. So here are the injectors. Have two sizes. This is like your standard size right here. I forget how many ounces it is. I want to say 9, but I'm probably wrong. It might be 6. I don't remember. Sorry. This is kind of your standard size single injector. And we're going to be trying that one out. And then I got this tiny guy. I think this is a 4 ounce. So maybe that is a, who knows. This guy's really small. I'm going to try it out just to see. There should be enough in here probably for like 1 mold. So we're going to try that one out. All right, I decided to go ahead and I'm going to mix this in the shed itself. Just because it's outside, I have a chance of a bug falling on it or something falling in this from the get-go. So I am going to do it in here. I got a little rag down, junky rag. So I'm doing just a 1/2 cup. I have heard a cup is pretty good what you want to do, but I'm going to start with just a 1/2 cup. I could do a cup in this. I'll explain why you don't want to fill this too much in a second. And you can already see see all those bubbles in there. That is, all those bubbles end up in your baits, and it's not good. So I wasn't going to do this unless I got the vacuum to pull all the air out of this, because all that in your bait is not good. Your bait's not going to work right. It's going to rip easily. So you can see the bubbles just from me mixing up the plastisol, which I didn't shake. I just sort of tilted. But here we go, 1/2 cup. I thought I would start real simple. So we're going to go with a watermelon green and some red flake. So first we're going to go with the color. I've watched some videos. I've heard that 30 drops is good for a cup. So since I only did a 1/2 cup here, I'm going to go with 15 drops. This has got to be exciting. Woohoo! And we're going to mix her up. All right, that's looking way too light for me. I'm almost thinking like double that. It's definitely way too light. So that 30 drops per cup does not work with this soft baits. There's another 15. Still not very dark. I did shake this up. I wonder if I need to give this one more shake. Let me close it. Get any excess out of there. Let me give it another little shake. I did shake it. I feel like that is still not quite dark enough. Yeah, you can see that's definitely lime green here. That's supposed to be a watermelon here, so let's go. Go about right there. Let's see how we're looking. Oh yeah. All right, now we're getting close to what I was expecting it to look like. Just keep giving it some good stirs there. There we go. I'm guessing that was probably around 50 drops. I could have added, I guess, a drop or two of black, but that is almost exactly what I was envisioning in my head for the color. All right, so what I'm going to do is you can actually see some of the bubbles have come out, so it's not that bad. When I do that, you can kind of see there's not much in there as far as bubbles go. So we're gonna put this in the air. Oh yeah, there's definitely bubbles in there. We're gonna put this in the vacuum chamber, and I'll show you how that works real quick. Then we're gonna come back from there, put the glitter in, stir that up, check the temperature one last time before we inject it. All right, let's go outside. All right, so this guy's pretty simple to use. We just kind of remove the lid, set it up here. It's glass. Definitely want to be careful. Oh gosh. We're going to go inside here. I'm going to put the lid back on. We already have the bleed valve closed. The out valve is open. Do you like my terminology? We're going to turn the on button, and what we're looking at is this valve here, and we want to see this get down almost to -30 as it pulls the air out. And then one thing that I've been told you have to watch for is that will actually start to bubble, as if you know, speaking of potatoes earlier, is you have to watch through here and watch that bubble. It'll start to bubble up as the air gets pulled out, and you might have to either turn it off real quick or give this a little shake to kind of get those bubbles down. But let's see what happens. All right, there's our needle. See our needle moving, pulling out the air. I'm watching this. I'm not really seeing any of that like overly bubbling action going on, so I guess that's good. Do see bubbles on the top. All right, wanted to come back and show you guys. You can see there, it's definitely starting to get that sort of like boiling action. I just pulling the air out, so that's pretty cool. You can see it there, bubbling, 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 and it's starting to pull the air out of the liquid. So that is really, really cool. So I should have probably showed you guys this, but I went ahead and did the air release. I'm gonna remove this lid. I'm gonna sit it down here this time, a little bit safer. There we go. And then you can see, there we go. You can see how the bubbles are non-existent. It's a lot more flat. There's a couple small bubbles like on the outside, but they should disappear. And I can't really do this while I'm holding this, but I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna start microwaving this up. All right, I'm looking to get the temperature to about 350 degrees. I'm doing a minute at a time here. I'm not going to keep showing you guys every time I put it in, check the temperature, put it in, check the temperature. I'm going to cut. Sounds like my plate's not even put in there properly, so I got to check that. And once I get it to the right temperature, I'll come back and show you where we're at. All right, guys, we're going to get this thing out of here. I'm not going to go back in the vacuum chamber again. I'm just having some issues I'll explain here in a second. I'm gonna get this out. We're gonna throw some glitter in it, stir it. We're gonna see what happens here. I do want to get my glove on now. Yeah. All right. Glitter, we're gonna go with a half a teaspoon. Hate glitter. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Alright, put that lid back on. I do not need that type of mess. Look, you can see this sitting right. I'm going to give that a stir. You know what? I think I am going to try the vacuum chamber. Well, so the bubbles are really on top. Sort of what we're looking for there, guys. We're going to go for it. I got the wrong size. I'm just going to try the small injector. Alright. So, get the injector in there. Suck some up. Come on, baby. It did not seem like it sucked that much up. Well, huh. It took way less than I thought. Look at this. How much is still in there? Whoop. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try to hurry up. Throw a couple clamps on the Syncos here. Before that gets too cooled off, we're gonna drop some Syncos with the small guy here. Here we go. Again, I got my glove on just in case. Yep. Now see, that felt like it pushed in a lot of air. All right, guys. Well. One of the things they say to do is kind of make sure this is your little tube there is full, because as it expands, it will pull in a little extra. Ooh, it's already kind of hardening up inside the tube. See that? How it came out? Look at that. That's crazy. Coming out kind of clumpy there. That is cool. Look at that. My tube is actually warm, so I'm glad I did have those gloves on. Started pushing that off. First batch, guys, we're learning. Ladies, whoever's watching. All right, so we got that poured. I'm going to give that a little while to set. I'm not really sure what the time is. I guess I can kind of look here. I'll probably give it more time than it does need. And then we're going to open these things up and see what happened. Meanwhile, while I'm waiting, I'm going to open up a beer. All right, here we go. Here goes nothing. This is a Cinco's. Already you can see that this looks like it might be a problem here. But maybe it just came out backwards this way. These are not the clamps I intended to use. So we're gonna start with the bug. I feel a little more confident on that. Thanks, motorcycle. All right. Here we go. Drum roll. Let's see. What? Here it is. My first one. And it came out great. Pop that off. Ooh. Guys, check it out. Check it out. How awesome is that? What? Don't rip. Yes, my very first one. Oh, so you see, oop, that's not my fault. A little air pocket right there. And a little one right there. Otherwise, man, it looks great. I'm going to throw it in the water over here. It does a little shocking. Boop, boop, boop. Cold water. Shocks it up. Leave it in there for a second. Let's check out the worms. I don't know. Not feeling it. Not feeling it, Cinco's. Oh yeah, definitely got some flashing. Not too bad though. Hey, pick my camera back up. All right, so there's definitely ended up with a lot of flashing on these things. As you can see right there. Look at that. So I definitely have to clamp these a lot tighter. But hold on a second. Let's pop one off. I mean, I feel like that could clean up a little bit with some scissors. I could definitely just clean that off. And otherwise, I'm pretty happy with the color and the consistency. Alright, checking out the second batch of Cinco's. I added a little salt to this batch. Definitely no issues now that I have a better clamp on it. Oh yeah. Much better when it was clamped the right way. That's what we're looking for right there. Perfect. That's not flashing. That came off my finger. And it's... I can feel the weight difference from that salt. So this was my non-salted one, and this is my salted one. You can definitely feel the heaviness from that salt. Yay, second attempt. Super happy with those. All right, so here we go. This is what I ended up with after a couple hours. This was my first batch here. You can see that flashing on there, but I easily can trim that off. But these also didn't have any salt. And then my second batch, where I added the salt, and they came out, you know, pretty much perfect. I would say nice color. Really like the feel to them. But I ended up trying one more time. I didn't have enough left to do a whole nother 4. Because I had only did the half a cup. So I ended up not making any more of the salt because I wanted to make some of these guys, and I don't want to put salt in them. So the second batch that you guys saw me making there real quick, this was that very first. Oh no, it wasn't. This was my very first one. You can actually see there's like a little air pocket right in there, and then there's a little bit of deformity on this little claw, which I kept having that on this exact same claw. Not sure why. And then you can see here, my second batch, I went with some white flake also, which ends up looking gold inside of there, even though that was white flake. Almost inside the green ends up looking gold. But I am really happy with these. I will definitely fish these guys, and you can see there also had a little bit of issue. It kept being on that same claw. Just a little like air pocket was getting in there, and I tried a couple of different strategies to try to push harder and faster. I'm not sure exactly what was causing that on that exact one. You can see here it was happening on the same little appendage. Like no issues with these little guys in the back here. But that same little appendage there was just getting one little spot. Look, I don't think the fish are going to notice. I mean, I could probably even rip this piece off and it'll still work. The fish aren't going to notice there's a little piece missing there. Might even make it a little more wobbly. These things are going to be great trailers. The Texas rig these. I can't wait to try them out. This one here, this one is like the only one that, I mean, it came out perfect. No issues on the claws on that one. And it just looks really sweet. Really sweet. You can actually see a couple little air pockets there on the very edge. But I mean, they're like, unless you get that close, they are not noticeable at all. So there we go. There's my first batch. Here's the mess. Kind of the mess it made. I mean, other than the glitter, which I hate, it kind of peels up. And then this easily could be remelted. I did one remelt on the bugs. I could have done another remelt, but I'm kind of running out of time. It's getting a little late. So let me tell you guys a couple things, and we'll end this video. Okay, so there you go. I hope you guys kind of got a little interest out of this video. I had fun trying to make the video. It was a little hectic there, me trying to do this for the very first time and film what I wanted you guys to see, or what might have been entertaining or informative. So if you guys do want to see some more videos of me making baits, I'm obviously going to make some more different colors, try some things out. Let me know. I have no problem doing some filming of them. Maybe they'll just be after this one a little bit quicker, kind of show you like some finished products or things like that after I make a batch of different colors. So one of the things is I only got the 2 molds. I realize now why people like to have more molds, even multiple molds of the same, because when you have to microwave this stuff and get it to the right temperature, and you put it in that mold, now you're sitting there, now it's cooling down. So when I only had the 1 bug mold, I would have to inject the mold, you know, wait, and it's not long, it's 2 or 3 minutes, but it's long enough for the temperature to go down. I'd have to reheat the stuff, stir it a little bit, which was causing bubbles. So I wasn't able to use the vacuum chamber as much. It would have just been way too time consuming to make 1 mold, microwave it, use the vacuum chamber, make a bug, reheat it, use the vacuum chamber, make a bug. So I kind of was bypassing the vacuum chamber there in my last 4 bugs to speed things up a little bit. So I definitely want to get, and the fact that I had the salt in the one, I didn't want the salt in the bug. So I definitely want to get at least another Senko mold and probably another bug or two, maybe maybe a grub or something like that. So I can do boom, 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 3 molds real quick, because I want salt in the Cinco, but not in the other thing. So I can't do the Cinco with the bug. So I need at least another Cinco for, so I have 2 molds going for that. And then for the bug, even the Cinco is not even that bad, because I get 4. So if I shoot 4 with the salt and then just have to go through the steps to shoot another 4, if I can make like 12, you know, and out of a cup, that's not bad. I'll be happy with that, and that shouldn't take too long. But definitely with the bug, because it shoots so fast, I want a couple more different things so I can make a couple different molds. And otherwise, there you go. So like I said, thanks for watching. And very, very soon, it's going to be time to get out, do some reviews, do some fishing here in New Jersey. I got 3 or 4 places already lined up that I'm going to hit first. I talked about doing some spotlights on some locations as far as like local bait and tackle shops. So I have 2 that in mind that I want to do for that. So look forward to that. And there we go. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, go fishing.